All right, hello everyone, and welcome to a very special playthrough for the channel, uh, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. So, I'm apologize. I'm going to be sticking on this main menu for a little bit because I'm going to explain how this playthrough is going to work. So, Breath of the Wild, famous game for the Nintendo Switch. I haven't played this game in over a year. I haven't played it since the Champions Ballot came out, which was back in December 2017. So I feel like now that the Switch is 2 years old and Breath of the Wild is also 2 years old, that this should be a great time to jump back into the game and get as close as possible to having a virgin experience to the game again. And how this playthrough is going to work is each episode is going to be a shrine or a divine beast. For those of you who haven't played the game, then you'll understand what I mean later. But basically, each episode I'm going to do one shrine or I'm going to do one divine beast. So that way, for one thing, if people want to learn how to find the shrine or do a shrine, then I will have each episode be named after the shrine's name. So that's one thing. And then another thing that's really special and it's going to be something very specific to me is I'm going to be kind of using these episodes as a sort of journal or diary. Basically, I'm mostly going to be talking about how my day went, kind of like a Dear Diary sort of thing. So, I guess based on all those things, you kind of been forewarned of how this playthrough is going to be. I'm obviously going to be doing gameplay, but I'm going to be talking about how my day was and all the stuff that's actively on my mind. Like, don't worry, I'm not talking about getting into anything that political or controversial or anything. Just how my day was, and so yeah. But without further ado, let's not waste any time and really just get into the game. I'm honestly so excited to be playing this game after not playing for an entire year. I really want to see how everything's going to go because I don't even remember the controls. I just barely remember the story, basically. And also, another thing, I have found on my own 114 of the shrines and have freed all the four divine beasts. So it's going to be interesting seeing the last shrine because if I remember correctly, there was 120 shrines in total. But I really don't want to waste any time and let's start a new game. Oh, and by the way, I don't keep on delaying things, but by the way, I have all the DLCs purchased. So basically, you're going to be seeing the full game as it is now, unless they add more, which I certainly hope so. But anyway, officially, new game starting now. Overwrite say data. Yes, new game. Let us get into it. Wow, it's amazing just starting off with the game again, and apparent. I just made the connection. Link is pretty much cosplaying as Naked Shulk. If for those of you who have played either Xenoblade or played Super Smash Bros. But yeah, okay. Move, camera, controls. Okay, okay.
That is a Sheikah slate. Take it. It will help guide you after your long slumber.
The Sheikah Slate, a mysterious tablet with a glowing center. You've never seen this device before, and yet there's something familiar about it. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna have to pause for like 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I had to check to make sure my voice was coming in well to my microphone just because I'm trying a new recording setup. But anyway, let's keep on going. Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I actually have so like that feeling like that phrase butterflies in your stomach. I honestly do have butterflies in my stomach, and just partially because like playing this great game again, like after not having played it for literally over a year, and then gosh, and like
Hold the Sheikah slate up to the pedestal. That will show you the way.
no, anyway, I was saying I'm nervous just because like not having played this game for so long, and also I'm just not sure how the this playthrough would be received by other people because this is a partially a personal journal, but like I'm fine having what I'm saying public, but still.
You are the light. Our light. That must shine upon Hyrule once again. Now go.
Okay, here we go. Sprint and okay. I'm sorry. I honestly am like just so nervous right now. Okay. Wow. I'm not really one for face cam, but my gosh, I almost wish I could have face cam right now just so I could record the reaction on my face because obviously I can't see my face either. It's just so amazing to be back in this game after a year. Oh my gosh, I hate repeating myself, but it just bears repeating. Yes, yes. Okay, and there we go. All right. Okay. I know I said I was going to start by talking about my day, but actually, I think a better place to start would be talking about my history with Legend of Zelda. So, um, I guess how I started was, and okay, yeah, I'm learning controls all over again. So sorry about that. But basically, so when I was 11, I was diagnosed with cancer, stage 4 neuroblastoma cancer. If that name means anything to any of you all, and well, it was pretty severe. Like to the point where like if my cancer went unnoticed for like another month, I probably would have died of my tumor suffocating me. Okay, just for the record, if I ever mention cancer again, I'm gonna say mass in place of tumor just because I prefer the word. But anyway, so yeah, so and while I was in the hospital, they had a game, The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker on the GameCube, and so actually, I'm gonna continue my story in a second, but first, I'm gonna talk for this character because I don't think there's voice acting in this moment. There we go. Oh, actually, hold on. I beg your pardon. I do believe that is my baked apple. You can't just go about taking whatever you please. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Forgive me. I cannot resist pulling your leg. Please help yourself. An apple and an open flame make for a succulent treat. It is a bit strange to see another soul in these parts. Who are you? Me? I'll spare you my story. I'm just an old fool who has lived here alone for quite some time now. What brings a bright-eyed young man like you to a place like this? Where are we? Answering a question with a question. That is fair enough. As I cannot imagine our meeting to be a simple coincidence, I shall tell you. This is the Great Plateau. According to legend, this is the birthplace of the entire kingdom of Hyrule. That temple there, long ago, it was the site of many sacred ceremonies. Ever since the decline of the kingdom 100 years ago, it has sat abandoned in a state of decay. Yet another forgotten entity, a mere ghost of its former self. What else do you say? Oh ho ho! What are you doing? Or what are you doing? I'm relaxing by the fireside, of course, although I'll need to cook myself another baked apple at some point. Simple foods such as apples are fine to eat raw, but roasting them on a fire makes them tastier and more nutritious. Actually, I don't think that's true. I shall be here for some time. Please let me know if I may be of service. Okay, so why I say I don't think it's true because I think if you cook something like fruits, for example, it loses nutrients. Well then, just help yourself to that torch there. And how, may I ask, are you planning to use it? It's a secret. I see. Well then, do as you please. There are plenty of monsters ahead here, though. Remember that you can use that as a weapon if need be. However, do not just swing it around without purpose. You must face your opponents and lock your sights on them. Okay. Alright, I think he'll talk if I take the axe here as well. Okay. So I'm gonna go back to my story now. So, when I was 11, I was diagnosed with stage 4 neuroblastoma cancer, and it was pretty close to killing me. Just because of how, because where it was, the mass where it was on my trachea, which is the windpipe for people who don't know. And because of its how big, it was the size of a cantaloupe that they told me, and so because of how big it was actively crushing my trachea. Oops. But oh,
Link, head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
okay. Main quest, follow shoot. Okay, no, actually, there's something I want to mention right quickly that I just noticed when I saw this cutscene. The old man here, doesn't his staff look like the staff that like the pose in the series use? It's kind of interesting, and it's actually going to be really funny for a cutscene we see later on. But anyway, so yeah, so very aggressive form of cancer, all that was close to killing me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So in the hospital, so I was in a children's hospital, and so they had video games for kids to play, and one of the games I played was uh Breath. Yeah, yeah, I played Breath of the Wild back when I was 11. No, and like I'm 22 now. Yeah, so obviously that didn't happen. But wait, how does this work? Okay, I am like so foreign to these controls. There. What was I trying to say? Okay, Bokoblin Horn or Bokoblin rather. Sorry. So one of the games that they had was on the GameCube, The Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker, and so I played the game, and that was the first Legend of Zelda game I ever played, and so I really liked it a lot. So my mom talked to a friend of hers who lives in California, and he ended up getting me because I already owned the GameCube by that point, but he ended up finding a copy of Wind Waker, and by this point I, no yeah by this point Wind Waker was going out of production because the Wii was just introduced, and so Wind Waker was out of production by that point. So he found a copy for me, and I ended up playing it. So hence that was my first Legend of Zelda game, and got me into the entire series. And after that, these are choo choos. Whoops, I was pressing A by accident. And so that's how I got into the Legend of Zelda series. And then after that, I continued along. So I also had a DS at that point, and so I continued along the Toon Link timeline. So the timeline of gosh, what is that timeline? The Adult Hero Wins timeline, I think it is. But I just call it the Toon Link timeline because all three games, Wind Waker, Spirit Tracks, and Phantom Hourglass, are all Toon Link. And so and get there we go. So yeah, I played each of those games in like the order that they came out. So I played Wind Waker. I played. Let's see, Block. Okay, sorry, I just want to familiarize myself. And okay, so I played Spirit. No, it's not Spirit Tracks. What came first? Phantom Hourglass. I played that, and then I played Spirit Tracks, and those were the only three Legend of Zelda games I played. Even though I knew others existed, but here's the. This sound really dumb, but I didn't want to play any other Legend of Zelda game because I didn't like Link's design. Please watch your what? I didn't like Link's design at first. I didn't like how adult Link or even Kid Link looked. I only liked how Toon Link looked. I thought his design, his I guess more average design, seemed too weird. I'm gonna be quiet for this cutscene now. Great Plateau Tower. This always looked really cool. But yeah, but I played. Oh gosh, what was the next Legend of Zelda game I played? I think I played Ocarina of Time next, but eventually I started playing, branching out a lot more, and up until Breath of the Wild, my favorite Legend of Zelda game was Twilight Princess, and it's still my second favorite. It's a wonderful game. I love it a lot.
You have been asleep for the past 100 years. The beast. When the beast regains its true power, this world will face its end. Now then, you must hurry, Link, before it's too late.
Alright then. Okay, gotta get out this tower now. But yeah, that's basically a brief overview of my oops. That was basically a brief overview of my of my history with Legend of Zelda, basically. Wow, that happened. But yeah, and now I'm playing Breath of the Wild, and it's just so crazy seeing how far the series has gotten in all these years. And now we're getting the remake of Link's Awakening on the Switch, which is really amazing. It's just, oh my god, it's wow, it's just so amazing seeing how far the series has gone over actual decades at this point. But yeah, let me see. Okay, yeah, I might as well start talking about my start talk. Oh, I was wondering, like, why was I moving? My, it would seem we have quite the enigma here. This tower and others just like it have erupted across the land, one after another. It is almost as though a long dormant power has awoken quite suddenly. If you do not mind me asking, did anything odd occur while you were atop the tower? I heard a voice. Well now, a voice you say. And did you happen to recognize this voice? No. I see. Well, that is unfortunate. I assume you caught sight of that atrocity enshrouding the castle. That is Calamity Ganon. 100 years ago, that vile entity brought the kingdom of Hyrule to ruin. It appeared suddenly and destroyed everything in its path. So many innocent lives were lost in its wake. For a century, the very symbol of our kingdom, Hyrule Castle, has managed to contain that evil, but just barely. There it festers, building its strength, for the moment it will unleash its blight upon the land once again. It would appear that moment is fast approaching. I must ask you, courageous one, do you intend to make your way to the castle? I do. I had a feeling you would say that. Here, on this isolated plateau, we are surrounded on all sides by steep cliffs with no way down. If you were to try to jump off, well, no death could be more certain or foolish. Of course, if you had a paraglider like mine, that would be quite, excuse me, a different story. Hand it over. Oh, certainly, why not? But there is no such thing as a free item in this world. Let's see now. How about I trade it for a bit of treasure that slumbers nearby? Come, let me show you something. Yeah, okay, yes. Uh, Old man, you good? Do you see that structure there? The one shining with a strange light. It began glowing at the exact moment those towers rose up from the ground. I would think such a place might house some sort of treasure, wouldn't you? Treasure for the paraglider. A fair exchange, I believe. Alright, well, we got our first shrine in the distance over there. Um, well, because I was a little bit of a dunce head, I gotta eat my way to health again. By the way, I love how they did health in this game and the food and all this. It's great. I'm gonna probably be saying that a lot, so I apologize. You could crouch in this? No, you could crouch in this game, I believe, right? Yeah, okay. Pressing the L, the left, control, the left. What am I holding? The left circle pad. That's what I'm trying to say. Um. Okay, well, I might as well start talking about my day then. So, for those of you who don't know, which is probably everyone, because I've been doing playthroughs for that long. I am a senior in college, and one of the classes I'm taking this semester is biochemistry. And so today I had a biochemistry prelim. It wasn't too bad. I think I did pretty well on it. Mainly were talking about DNA, RNA, proteins, the whole bacteria versus eukaryotes, all that sort of jazz, basically. So I kind of look forward to seeing how that's gonna go. There we go. Boko Bow, sorry, and Bokoblin thing. Yeah, let's just run into. There we go. And so when you see chests like these, you have to defeat all the enemies for them to be able to be opened. But yeah, I feel like that prelim went pretty well, and so I look forward to seeing how I did on it when I get back. And thank you. And Boko Club. I was about to say Boko Blow again. Boko. Did I say Boko Blow? No, I mean Boko Bow. Gosh, I didn't realize I had to put a PG-13 on this episode. Traveler store. Okay. Let's see what else happened during my. Okay, so this one is it's really sad to be honest. I'm sure many of you, if you're watching this video relatively around this time of when I'm uploading it, already know about Anthem. And my gosh, I just feel so sorry for that game. It's a game I actually wanted to get. Actually, how many times did I say actually? Anyway, it's a game I actually really wanted to get, especially because I wanted to be like that one robot where you I guess Gel if we want to get into like Nintendo related stuff. That one robot where you are like basically a sniper who attacks with like those mad elemental attacks from far away because that just seems so cool. Oh, an EX chest. Okay, so EX chests and other chests. Actually, never seen this before, but these were added in the DLC. I don't exactly know what's in them, so let's see. A ruby. Okay. Yeah, that will have purpose later on. Let's just scan this. And so, man, I just feel so bad that like Anthem is doing so terribly. Like it's so decently enough, but my bigger problem is how much is being lambasted in reviews and how apparently it's also been making PS4s and Xbox Ones crash just because of how just purely how unstable the game is. It's just so ridiculous how botched the release was. And I have a friend who is a big fan of Dragon Age, and she definitely shares the sentiments of a lot of people that Anthem's success and BioWare's sustainability are very much intertwined with each other. And gosh, it'd be terrible if Dragon Age gets or BioWare in general just gets docked because or axed rather because of Anthem's poor sales. To you who sets foot in this shrine, I am Oman Ao. And okay, I couldn't read the rest of that. The Magnesis Trial. Alright, let's get our pure distillation. But I mean, I was thinking about getting Anthem later when it was discounted, but then after hearing about it crashing soft and hard crashing PS4s and Xbox Ones, I'm definitely not getting it because I want to preserve my PS4. I have gotten the Kingdom Hearts collection and I intend on seeing that through to the very end. So yeah, oh gosh, so terrible to see that though. I mean, to be fair, I don't know how well a Dragon Age game is going to be doing for them, just because of I just worry that a Dragon Age game won't actually be good, just because of how much has changed in Bioware. Because I'm assuming a lot of the original devs have probably left the company by now. So I'm just not too sure how much of like the original devs who worked on the Dragon Age games, or at least Dragon Age Inquisition, are still around. So I mean, it really comes into question is like if they were to make another Dragon Age game, would it even be that good? Honestly, and it's just a shame to say because I played Dragon Age Inquisition actually, and I like the game quite a bit. These guys, I like to just push them. Yeah, there we go. You ain't got nothing on me, sister. Okay, apparently you got something on me, sister. How do I get out of here? Oh my god. There was... Did they change something? Because I could have... Oh well. Ugh. Why did I start crouching? There we go. But yeah, I guess that's kind of the sad fate of Anthem at the moment, and it's probably not going to really get much better for them either, just because I don't really see much light at the end of the tunnel at the moment for Anthem, and people still, I'm pretty sure some people still have Andromeda, Mass Effect Andromeda fresh on their minds, so that's just another hurdle that they have to get past. It's kind of like I guess the problem with Bethesda at the moment is that they have a good report card, well, decent report card in my opinion anyway, beforehand, but it's like just because of how bad Fallout 76 is to the general populace that they have to build back so much from that game that it's really gonna mar their future releases now. I think, which is a shame because I don't really want to say I look forward to Elder Scrolls 6 or Starfield because I mean it's not like I don't care, but it's like I'm just not that invested in them in the first place. Even if Fallout 76 was a success, but still, it's like I just don't want to see stuff like that happen. And I guess kind of adding insult to injury is that now Starfield and just Bethesda games in general is going to have to go up against Obsidian Entertainment um, when they release Outer Worlds, which is actually a game I am excited for. So it's just like, gosh, it's just how some things just end up happening is just such a shame to see. Really, kind of sad. Okay, and I think that's the end of the shrine. I believe every shrine will have one chest in it, at least one chest in it, maybe just one, but one chest in it that you need to figure out how to get it. And that finishing the shrine, again, that chest is basically how you 100% the shrine, basically. But anyway, let's talk to the Sheikah here. You have proven to possess the resolve of a true hero. I am Oman Al, the creator of this trial. I am a humble monk, blessed with the sight of Goddess Hylia, and dedicated to helping those who seek to defeat Ganon. With your arrival, my duty is now fulfilled. In the name of the Goddess Hylia, allow me to bestow this gift upon you. Please accept the Spirit Orb. One Spirit Orb. Alright. May the Goddess smile upon you. Well, one shrine down, 119 to go, plus the 4 divine beasts. We are gonna be in this ride for a long time. It's a good thing there's more than 120 days in a year, else that'd be kind of awkward. Oh! Channeling his inner Thundercats, I see. It seems you managed to get your hands on a spirit orb. Well done. Paraglider, please? I encourage you to slow down for a moment, my courageous friend. The appearance of those towers and the awakening of the shrine. It is all connected to that Sheikah slate you carry on your hip there. Paraglider, please? I have yet to finish speaking. Long ago, a highly advanced tribe known as the Sheikah inhabited these lands. The great power of their wisdom saved this kingdom time and time again. But their ancient technology disappeared long ago, or so it is said. It is interesting, however, to think how something like that survived all this time, hidden away in a shrine. These shrines are tucked away in numerous places all across this land. On this plateau alone, I believe there are still 3 more. Bring me the treasure from each of these shrines, and I will give you my paraglider. So I need more now? I said treasure, but I never said there would only be 1 treasure. Whether it's 1 treasure or 4, what's the difference for a young go-getter like yourself? Since I'm feeling generous, I will also teach you a trick for finding shrines. It's always best to survey the area by looking around from a high point. Let's see here. How about you make your way to the... I can just kind of see a shrine from... I can see like 2 of the shrines from down here. I clearly don't need a high place. How about you make your way up to the tower again? Are you joking? Oh ho ho ho. I'm afraid not. But do not worry. I have another little trick to share with you for your effort. Take a look at the map on your Sheikah slate. See those blue icons? You should have recognized the cave where you woke, the shrine you came from, and the tower. You could travel instantly to any of those places with the Sheikah slate. Or so I heard quite some time ago. I do not know if it actually works as such. But yeah, well, just because of that camera angle, we saw where another 2 of the shrines are. Actually, yeah, I can see another. I think that's another one right there. Actually, yeah. But as he said, every time you complete a shrine or a tower, that's another war point, which is amazing. Imagine that, over 120 war points in the entire world. Oh boy. But yeah, that's the beginning of the game. That's the first shrine. And like I said, I'm nervous, but I'm probably more nervous than I need to be, so I really hope this goes well, and I really, really, really look forward to playing more of this game and just seeing what this world has to offer once again. Alright, I will see you guys next time.